Hey guys, it's been a while. So a lot has happened in the last couple of months that I don't talk about, but I've been thinking about quitting YouTube once and for all and just being done with it, if I'm being honest. I'm sure some of you have noticed that I'm burnout and that I've been burnout for some time now. Like the stress, the pressure, and the hate. Sometimes I don't know if it's worth it. I feel like I'm walking on eggshells on YouTube. I have to watch every little thing I say. Like something really simple like me enjoying chocolate or liking chocolate can turn into an eating disorder. But I'm really proud of our community and what we have built. This channel has given me such a great sense of accomplishment. And look, everyone on social media gets hate and it's normalized. But it gets really challenging and hurtful when some people try to villainize me. Sometimes I can't block off all the hate, And on top of that, there are brands that are trying to take advantage of me. There are people selling merch or apps using my name that has nothing to do with me. And also people trying to hold trademarks over my name. But all that doesn't affect me as much. What affects me the most is the persistently hurtful content because it affects my mental health. And I'll get into that in a sec. And yeah, it just gets a little bit too much and I'm just losing passion for making content at this point. So I've been quite disconnected for the last couple of months. And some of you have noticed, so it's really nice to finally share this with you guys. I can only talk about so many things in a video, so in today's video, I'm gonna talk about the legal proceedings that I filed in court against first, the individual from my Time to Talk video, and second, a media company that has published material about me and said very hurtful things about me. But before we get started, I wanna be crystal clear. Hang on, I need to read this properly. I need to be crystal clear that everything I say in this video are my personal views, where I mention events, they are factual, and ultimately everything is to be decided by the court. I won't refer to the legal proceedings in detail here to ensure a fair trial. I don't condone any sort of hurtful conduct, and I've done everything I can to not escalate matters, and I've done what's required within the confines of the law to protect myself. I fully respect the justice system and hope for a fair trial. So please respect the process and don't speculate about the court process. Okay, you got it? Alright, if you have watched an older video of mine, you know about this guy that has posted tons of statements about me. Statements like, I have no fitness background, I know nothing about fitness, I'm a certified personal trainer, and I put in hours of studying and training. So how do I not have any knowledge in fitness? I intentionally misled people, claims that I promote eating disorders and body dysmorphias, insults my content and community, implying that I'm just a pretty face in yoga pants, and so much more. And I stated in court papers that it was malicious and defamatory. Anyways, most of you guys know about that story, but no one actually knows what happened after. So I'm sure some people are gonna jump into conclusions and think that Chloe's just escalating matters to court without basis. No. We've reached out to this person multiple times over many months to try to resolve this matter. So after that video, I sent him a consent notice, which is basically a legal notice saying that here's a long list of things that you said that are defamatory, and here's your behavior and what are you gonna do about it. So he responded to my lawyer, seemingly apologetic and admitting that he was wrong. But a week later, he reposted everything, made things worse, and he claimed that his girlfriend told him to be nice about it, but he changed his mind. So I guess his intentions were never nice. Eventually, he removed his publications again, and then in another email, he seemed apologetic once again. And also weirdly pitched ideas to put me in a better light. And also suggest to come on my channel to make an apology. I don't even know what to say. First, he shits on me, and then he pitched ideas. So anyways, all good, right? Seems sincere in an email. He then took down all the posts about me. So I thought, this guy deserves a second chance. Disputes are very draining, okay? In terms of time, energy, and cost. And I don't have time for that. I'd rather do something else that's more productive. So I offered him a deed of settlement. And typically, a settlement involves compensation for damages from him to me. But I did not insist for any compensation, not a single cent. In retrospect, I believe I was being way too generous. I didn't want to make anyone pay for anything, even though he fucked up. I just believe that everyone gets a second chance. But I feel like he took advantage of that. All he needed to do was to give me a sincere apology that he wanted to give me initially anyway, since he admitted that he was wrong, and to ensure those posts remain taken down, and just to stop all of this, because it causes people to send me hate. But long story short, after months of back and forth, he only put up the apology January this year. So at this point in January, it was all done. I was happy to move on, even though I was the one that's out of pocket for legal bills, which by the way kept increasing because it took such a long time to reach to a settlement. He even said to my lawyer that my cause is no concern to him and it's my choice for pursuing him. I'll be honest, I felt manipulated and I felt that he took advantage of my kindness. Like, he made it sound like he's really apologetic and then he turned around. I just felt like I was too naive. It's just really confusing when he launched a whole expose, as he calls it, and then apologizing for it, wanting to move on, but not really. Like, he's still dragging on. Anyways, it should have ended there in January. I let it go, and all he needed to do, as he said he would in the settlement deed, was to apologize and just stop like he said he would, and to not dilute the efficacy of his apology, because what's the point of it? But unfortunately, which is very predictable at this point, he decided to go back on his words, and I can't go into detail for good reason, but basically he just kept going with an ongoing campaign towards me. He did this by victimizing himself, saying he was bullied to taking down posts, leaving up posts that he said he was meant to take down, making references to the original defamatory post, jabs towards my type of content, creating a similar hashtag, claiming people have tried to sue him with no success. And I think all of this is contradictory to his apology and dilutes the efficacy of it. So to me, the settlement to put this behind us was not followed through. I felt like he continues to refer to me directly or indirectly, or continue to act in a way to make me feel like I was being undermined, bullied, and targeted. I just felt like it never ended. And by the way, we informed him of this, but he stopped responding and just kept going with this behavior. I mean, he said that he even found a girlfriend out of this and made reference to a lawsuit. To be clear, there was no lawsuit filed before today. Only emails apologizing with promises that it didn't eventuate. And you can see how by him saying that there was a lawsuit, it potentially changed his narrative. So some might actually assume that he had a lawsuit that he might not have. He might have won or something. I don't know, it just seems like he's twisting things again. So after the Time to Talk video, even until today, people were sending me hate and people were jumping on this hate bandwagon because people believe these statements. And I just need to stand up for myself and protect myself based on what the law allows me to. That's the reason why defamation, cyberbullying, and harassment laws exist. I've always been the type of person that let things go because I don't like to dwell on things. So take this video as you may. I don't start anything. I don't shit talk anyone. I mean, just look at my channel. Like, that's not what I do. But if I believe that someone crosses the line and keeps smearing me and my work, and then turns around and said that he was bullied when he started all of this, who was actually bullying who? I'm not gonna let that happen. I'm gonna stand up for myself. I was happy to let it go, but he just wouldn't let it go. I'm gonna fight for myself because no one will stand up for me like how I will for myself. I'm not gonna be pushed around. I've been bullied a lot. And this is it. I'm not gonna let people get away with bullying. It's just not okay. It's just not okay with me. I've worked really hard to get to where I am. I have sacrificed so much. I can't even begin. Nothing is just purely luck. I feel like I let him off the hook too easily, and he's taking advantage of that and just keeps going. And I'm just really tired of it. Like I'm just really tired of his behavior. So I'm doing what's right by me and my values. I'm a strong person and I know that I'm strong. I've gotten to where I am today because I'm strong. And it's liberating to be able to do this, to stand up for myself. Alright, so besides this person, I've also proceeded with a legal action against a media company who published content to make people think less of me and distrust me and refuse to remove it. And similarly, I had a really simple request. It's just for them to remove the post. I would think that a media organization would vet their content before they publish and do the due diligence. It was really surprising to me that they didn't want to remove the content when I flagged it, when other publishers just took it down. But this one just wouldn't budge. The funny thing is that this same company once reached out to me and asked me to do a workout live stream for them on their platform. So they knew how to reach out to me when they wanted something, but they didn't know how to reach out to me to do due diligence or fact checks with me before publishing an article about me. There's always people that are gonna talk shit, and I can block it off. But the response at that time was as if everything that was alleged were true. And here's what they said. Your client has no formal training in nutrition or fitness. Your client has a physique which is traditionally seen as being desirable, but is unattainable by many girls and women. I didn't magically have this physique. I worked hard for it. I spent hours, days, many months. I spent a lot of effort working on myself because I was being teased and bullied about my physical appearance for my entire life. That's just too dramatic, but for a long time. It's really insulting to disregard my effort that I put into making myself feel better or confident, and making it sound like I'm just gifted and I didn't work hard for it. The problem is that the vast majority of the female population will never look like a client, and their inability to do so fuels body dysmorphia. If your client posts in a baggy t-shirt and sweatpants, then she would not be adding to the problem. So based on this logic, in order to not feel body dysmorphia, I should be posting my workouts in baggy t-shirt and sweatpants. I'm just wearing appropriate fitness wear. What's wrong with that? Why am I being singled out here? Don't people wear fitness wear when they work out? Of course, if she did that, she probably would not have as many followers as she does. I don't even know what to say right here, by the way. It's just so insulting and degrading that I did not put effort into my work. I just wear my beautiful fitness wear and get to where I am today, I guess. So basically, they repeated the claim that I have no knowledge in fitness and that I feel body dysmorphia and eating disorders. And I take great offense to that. And this is something that hits me hard because this is not something I believe in, and this is not what my content is about. It's putting a lot of weight on me and my conscience, and I disagree to that. I haven't even shared how I personally experienced being body shamed when I was in school or at work. I haven't even got a chance to talk about it. So to me, that's really hurtful and a shitty response. So no, I'm not gonna back down just because it's a media company and that it may seem scary. I'll leave it to court to decide whether or not their conduct towards me was lawful, or if anything they said about me was true. And if the court determines that it's true, then maybe I should consider whether I want to be making any more fitness content. It's just free workouts, man. Alright, I'm gonna wrap this up. Look, I just want to say this because it's very important for me to put this out there. It's fine for people to have a negative opinion about me. This is not what this video is about. To me, this feels like a campaign towards me that has been going on for a long time. It's been more than a year and I don't know what he wants from me. Like, does he get a lot of enjoyment out of this by sending hate my way from other people? It's like it's normalizing for people to hate on me, and you know, in time we'll know if the court finds this unlawful as well. So yeah, I always wonder whether I'll quit YouTube on my own because I feel like, you know, I'm way too burnt out from creating content, or I'm just like tired, or would it be because people were trying to take me down? Because when that first happened, it was just a lot of people hating me at the same time. It was a little bit tough, but I know I have a thick skin. I could always just ignore a lot of it. But this one campaign actually did bother me. It's fine. I'm okay. I just needed to tell you guys what I think. It's nice to be able to tell people, I guess. Of course, I won't be able to tell the full story here because for good reason. But it's good to be able to say something, you know, instead of keeping quiet, and finally being able to stand up for myself, because it does look like I'm really weak. Letting him just push me around like that, it's just not cool. I've always been taught to keep my head low, look the other way, and just move on, and you know, like, don't worry about it, you know, don't worry about this kid, don't worry about this person bullying you, like, it's okay, just move on. Like, I've always been taught that way, to just try to not get bothered by people bullying me. But that's, I don't want that anymore. Like, I'm a grown-ass woman and I need to take care of myself. I need to take care of myself. So yeah, this is it. And if you're here still listening to me, thank you so much. Don't think a lot of people would care about these sort of videos or care about me this way, because, you know, I make fitness content. So if you're here watching this video, if you actually bothered to listen to the entire video, it really means a lot to me, because it's a long video, I reckon. And thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. I mean it. I really do mean it. It's nice to be heard. Again, thank you so much for listening, and I'll see you guys in the next video.